ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Kill the King presentation. This is Cast with a K doing the intro for this Kill the King round 13. And this tournament series has been going on a long time. And if we take a look back right here, we have a bunch of question marks. Who are the current kings and what is going on, Cast, you might ask? And that is because SK Gaming, they got the max prize pool. They cashed out with a couple $100. And there is no king anymore. They went on to, take their treasure and, over the rainbow to that pot of gold. And they are going to be no longer kings. Everything is reset back down to 0. So, all teams have a chance at, trying to become the first king for this next round. And so that is what is up with this whole round 13 thing. Joining me today are going to be two commentator guests. One of which, who is always with me on Sundays, Forecourt Jester. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, Cast with a K, it is good to be back here for the Kill the King with Borderland Gaming. I'm very excited to get the game going today because we don't have a king. Oh, it's like starting all over fresh anew, and I'm pretty excited to be here, dude.
Yeah, all right. Well, so Forecourt's always here, and then you guys might have noticed if you tuned in midweek for the U.S. in-game tournaments, I got this guy. We call ourselves the Rioting Casters crew, and it is going to be Similar the Riot. Similar, how you doing today, buddy?
Working on a cup of coffee right now, man. It is still nice and early here on the West Coast in the U.S., and man, what a way to wake up on a Sunday morning. BLC, coffee, good casters, excitement, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I tell you. I mean, it's, even though it's early, you got dedication here from the West Coast. Like to see all those people tuning in for this, as well as all these teams that showed up. If you do want to find out what teams are playing, go to blgtv.net. Down at the bottom, there should be a link for the brackets. It's a little bit small, but you'll have to look for it. And make sure you're awake when watching this tournament. And there are 20 teams going to be playing in here. And the first ones we're going to be watching is going to be none other than Angry Birds, which is going to be Nikwa's team on the warm side, and then All Seeing Eye, Hafa's team, on the cold side. So here we go. I believe I'm going to let Similar and Forecourt Jester take away these beginning rounds, as I will just be taking a back seat, updating all the title layers, and if I do fail, then you can yell at me even more, because I will not have any excuse whatsoever for not updating any of the overlays. So here we go. Similar, Forecourt, take it away, you two.
Hey, buddy. I would love to cast these games, but in order to do that, I'll need an invite.
Same.
I thought I got you in.
Doesn't look like it's happening.
Dude,
I'm already messing up in the morning. Let me look at this guy.
Dude, what?
Look at this guy.
There's no free observer slots either.
Wow, yeah. We need excess observers to get out. Wow. I cannot believe that.
How do we have so many? I thought this was supposed to be a private server?
Yeah. So...
And Brex, why are you disappointed, my man? You know I got your back. Why don't you have mine? What is this?
Alright, cool. Alright, Forecourt Jester is going to get in. Boom. Done. Alright. We got that underway. I'm going to update the title layers, and you two take it away. Let's give us the insight.
Yeah, I'm in now, finally. And, Jester, man, this is going to be pretty awesome. We got some pretty high-level teams here. Grade 19s, 21, and a grade 18. And the spread's looking pretty good, 55 to 45%. So, looks like we got a nice, close match to start the day off here, man. You excited?
I am. Yes, we do have, the two teams do have names, actually, in this game. It is going to be Kitty in the box, so Kitty in box, as in, like, kitten, Kitty, kind of like what Cartman says, versus The Effect. Now, I couldn't tell you which one is which, but...
What? No, Angry Birds on the Worm team, and then Hafa, Wiki, and Kara is going to be on All Seeing Eye.
Okay.
So
I was lied.
That's from Rexus. So Rexus is the man. Sobi 1 will lead you astray. He led me astray, and I'd gotten to this whole commentary gig, so...
Alright, yeah, so All Seeing Eye, they were in the last tournament last week with where SK Gaming took their 8th week and cashed out, and I do believe they won their first game, but then they were knocked down to the losers bracket, and we didn't see them again, so hopefully they're going to have a little bit more luck this time. Have we seen Angry Birds before?
I do not believe so, man. to be honest, seeing as how I have not been casting these tourneys, I probably have not been paying as close attention as possible. So I'm not too familiar with these beginning teams. Of course, familiar with the big names, DEFCON, Mushin, SK. But some of the guys who get knocked out early, sometimes I find myself waking up a little bit too late to catch those opening rounds on the tourney day. So, I don't know, man, but their ratings are looking pretty good, and their grades are looking pretty good. Grades maybe not the best indicator of skill, but certainly something. So, you don't get those for free. So in any case, I think we're going to be starting off with a pretty close, interesting game. It's pretty balanced. And I believe, shouldn't we be getting this started off here pretty soon? Just getting the bans and picks done, it looks like.
Yeah, well, they got them done. They were actually confused at how many rounds to win. Hoffa obviously leading his team astray, so the all-seeing eye not able to read the tournament page or the email that we send out with all of the rules. So, GG.
GG. You gotta love that when the team's their first time in, and it's like, oh, how does ban picks work again? Or like, oh yeah, S draft. What's S draft? It's like, dude, come on now. You're an attorney. You need to be on the ball. You need to start reading those rules, man. You don't show up and just not know how it works. But, first time for everything, you guys. It's all good. We're going to let it fly, let it slide, because they had the chutzpah to go ahead and sign up for the tourney in the first place. So, that's all good in my eyes.
Not to worry. We do see the Bix and bans coming out now, and we are going to have Angry Birds. What? The picks and bans? Whatever, don't worry about it.
Just the picks.
Angry Birds on the Warm team, All-Seeing Eye there on the Cold team. We're going to get this going with Dubaku, the Fallen Fortress, and we do have, looks like a double tank team going here with Angry Birds, and, oh yeah, that's right, we have observer bugs, don't we?
I think I will be suffering the black screen of death for this first round. Yeah.
Since you guys got the black screen, or if you guys want to leave, I can reinvite you. So, all right,
lovely.
Black screen. We apologize, guys. Nothing we can do about that. That is a Stunlock Studios issue, and they are working on it. Trust me, I've been talking to the devs about it. So, all right, did you guys leave? All right.
No.
All right.
Just
cool.
take it away there, guys.
I'll take it away this first round. All right, here we go. We got Nikwa already down to about 60% HP. Astronomer going in pretty aggressive, got that barrier, but it looks like it's not going to be of no avail. He just got one strike off, not able to apply any pressure he wanted, and oh my god! Melted right there. I believe that was a execute into a Shadow Bolt combo from Katis and Wiki. That is absolutely monstrous pressure. Like, he did not have his treacherous roots up as the Thorn, and look at that, absolutely smoked. And I don't even know what to say. Like, you get hit by a 44 or like a 44 hit from a execute and then a 38 from a Shadow Bolt, you're gonna go down real quick.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up at the start there when I first saw the teams that, we had to be expecting that sort of crazy pressure coming out of Cold Team, man. I mean, I always love seeing Gunnar and Harb going at it. If they do have the luck to get that combo off, it is just brutal. I don't see any team recovering from it. And look at that, we saw that in the first round here. Nick was just dropping like a stack of bricks. And already we got some nice zoning going on here. A bit of a pull into the middle by the Thorn, doing a good job. Gonna mud walk in there. And other side already forced out onto Karis. I'm not sure I agree with that because Jaffa is going to be pretty vulnerable, but it doesn't look like one team is going to be capitalizing on that at all. And we're back to a bit of a zoning game here. Plague onto emoticons, though. That's good damage for Harb. He's going to like that. Use his nether shift, but there, nice. Get it to rip on there, but Rune Shield just going to completely negate any kind of pressure he can put out. Karis in a bit of the enemy territory there, but no, goes ahead and spaces out. Rocket jump always handy. And Warm Team doing a good job of just keeping the pressure on and not letting those crazy combos come out. But we do have God Mode coming out from Wiki and Guardian Spirit by Jabba. Lasers come out from there, and man, just so much damage flying around. We got the Thorn Wall now. And Cold Team taking a lot of damage, and there we go. Nikwa, nice sniping with that M2 in the back, Jaffa dropping. And but this is by means not over. Look at this 2v2 situation. We get the equalizer right now, and Jaffa gonna go other side out of there, not take any pressure at all. Excellent job by Warm and Cold Team right now. This can go any way. And Guardian Spirit comes out again, but whiffs the Spiritual Link. That is not good. You don't want that at all. We could get into God Mode, but is anything gonna come of this? Warm Team is looking pretty low right now. They do not have much real health to speak of, and Jaffa is, after all, a healer. Cold Team definitely has the advantage. Roots come out from Nikwa, though. He's not going to take any kind of damage there, but Malicious is in a tough spot, gets pulled into the M1 combo from Wiki, and that is so brutal from a Harb. Love that combo. And we're just going to have a quick Shadow Bolt here to wrap things up. Man, just nice, good balance. Again, this is what I was talking about, man. These teams are pretty much the same level, so we're going to see, unless we get some crazy combos like that EX Shadow Bolt, or pardon me, that Shadow Bolt to execute, these games ought to go on for a good bit of time. This almost went the max round into sudden death. But, man, Jester, man, what do you think happened there?
Oh, well, there we go. Finally over and done with. But Nikwa definitely throwing down a lot of damage. 881. Wow. Just look at the fungal spores. I mean, he basically didn't miss a single shot there. Wiki, of course, with that Shadow Ball, second biggest damage output on his output there for him. So right now, yeah, we didn't really see too much coming out of the Warhound there in terms of the damage or the healing. Kind of got hit pretty hard. But yeah, we're going to have game number 3 here, 2-0 into the lead for the Cold team. Nikwa going to go pretty aggressive, jumping in there with the Mud Walk, but unfortunately he's going to get a little bit countered upon. Those fungal spores are definitely going to be landing some damage there onto Wiki, but Karis, they're taking some damage. The execute goes out, but it did get negated there from that astronomer, and we're still trying to combo down right now onto Karis. You got to be very careful on Wiki though with that Nether Shift and other side. He's a very sneaky target to get around. He's going to be landing a lot of damage. Now he's going to go on to Derp down there, and Karis still taking damage. The rocket jump comes out. We do got the Angel Wings from Jaffa. It does look like Karis taking big damage though. Gets other sided, and he's just really trying to stay alive at this point. It does look like it gets the swap and to the rocket jump. At all that time, Derp did go down. Wiki laying down the hurt, and Nikwa and Emolish is not looking very big right now. The big rocket snipe, and then the maniacal laugh from Wiki.
Yeah, the maniacal laugh, and a little bit frustrating there. I'm thinking, Warm Team, they need to work a little bit on their communication, because at the start there, Jaffa, she had burned her swap, and she had burned her other side, and then, of all things, she opts to run back into the fight. She's coming out of her other side, and she runs back into the middle of the three of them, but none of the Warm Team do anything about it. They don't capitalize on that at all. We don't see them, we see them running after Gunner, we see them running after Harb, but we don't see any kind of damage going on Jaffa, who's just standing right in the middle of them all with no outs whatsoever. So it's like, you need to be calling that stuff out. This is something that people on the other team need to notice and be like, hey, Pomp is standing there, and she doesn't have anything at all. Why don't we all three just converge? But, we're not, that didn't happen. They were going after Gunner, they're going after Harb, they're going after guys who have a bit more, difficult to get on and actually put that damage on. They can do a good job of kiting when they have their cooldowns up. So it's just maybe a little bit more coordination coming out of Warm Team would be nice. But we got a nice little roster switch here. I like this. They're opting to go away from that double tank setup. I don't like it. Into something with a bit more damage, a bit more control. Definitely, man. Seeker, insane right now. Guy's got so much damage and control. What do you think, Jess?
Well, they did redo that ultimate of his, and as we saw last week, it was kind of the whole flavor of the week, because he just bringing out so much damage with these top teams, throwing down his ultimate there, just empowering everything else. If you can aim, you're going to definitely do a lot of damage. But yeah, we do have a little bit of a switch up. We do got a Spearmaster coming out, so it does look like you want to go for a little bit more of that control. I'm not too sure if I saw a change up there on the Cold team, but Nikwa is also coming out with that Seeker, which is the big focus point here. Now, Seeker versus Gunner. I've always kind of favored the Gunners simply because he's a bit more of a favorite class of mine, but that Seeker really does damage, as we saw last week. Similar.
Yeah, you're getting caught by that Blood Grip, though. That is not the good way to start it off there. Harb definitely happy about seeing that. And, we got just a bit of the zoning game. Nice Kunju from Emo to get in there. Barriers on top of him. He should take advantage and start putting some damage out. I mean, he is safe. Fleetfoot, he's not really going to do anything, and Nikwa kind of stuck in a tough spot right there. Gets the illusion out of there. Good job by him to negate that damage, and nice fire arrows. This is what we're talking about. Seeker putting that pressure out right now, and Blue Team definitely at the brunt of the damage right now. All sitting pretty low. Nikwa the only guy who's low on Warm Team, and they are doing a good job of splitting them up. Wiki kind of separated from his team, and will we see anything come of it right now? Karis in a tough spot, forced to rocket jump out. They need to capitalize. They need to get a kill on her right now. She has no outs, and yes, nice. Emolish is doing a good job getting that, sealing the deal with Whirling Blade, or Whirlwind, but Nikwa with the ulti, nothing gonna happen. Wiki doing a good job of just spacing out, and oh no, Derp, you're eating that Shadow Bolt. You can't do that, son. Get some heals on you right now. Get that health back up, and good Nether Shift to get out of that Ice Arrow by Wiki. Good map awareness from him, and looks like we're just gonna have a bit of zoning going on here at the start. But no, that pull gets Nikwa, nails him back into the Cold Team's side of the map, and Nikwa just doing a decent job of zoning, but gets pulled. a nether shift from Wiki there, though. I don't agree with that. Why, nether shift when you've got that pull on? Get a couple M1s in there, son, man. Get some damage. But Wiki, nice double fire arrow out from Nikwa, man. This is what we're talking about, man. Secret, just so much damage, so much control, and good. Illusions out. That God mode, not going to do anything at all. Wiki forced to kind of just zone out and run away, and nothing's going to happen. 100 energy out the window, but right now we're still sitting with 3 ultis. Let's see if Derpt and Nikwa can make it happen. This is it. They need to make it happen right here. There's going to be so much pressure coming out. Guardian Spirit's out. Nikwa, is he going to trigger his ulti? We need to see it. Goo, come on, man. Come on. Nikwa just getting pulled. Why are they not doing it? Because this is the time to capitalize. They are so close together, and there it is. Finally, Derp drops the goo. Can they get the kill? Wiki, no. Nether shifts out. Nikwa, man, Nikwa just sitting pretty. Too much health, though. 1 hit away, and Grip is going to finish it off. Jaffa and Wiki just doing a good job of surviving and playing the zone game, waiting for their opportunity to just collapse on there and get that kill onto Derp. Alk, not too much mobility, so he would be the target of choice. It's, I'm just wondering why they held on to their ultis for so long. They had so many opportunities where both of them were sitting together, Even if they have outs, other side, you can clarity them back into it. It's like, just a little bit of communication needs to happen on Warm Team to make it happen there.
Well, you got to remember, it's a team of communication, but you also got to be very aware of the cooldowns of the other team. So maybe there are a little bit of miscommunication, maybe a little bit of less, perfect math going on, and that's probably why they did save it. Unfortunately, the first goo there from Derp, not so good. But right now, game number 2, 1-0 up for the cold team. They're looking very strong. Nikwa is actually very separated from his team. He's off to the right, and it's opposed to the other teammates. They're off to the left. The multi-air going to come out. We're going to try to collapse here. We do got the Kunju going over to Jaffa. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough because he did leave his healer to the Wolves, and the Wolves definitely took a big bite. Nikwa coming out, going to be trying to take out Karis here with avoiding all those rockets. He is going to be able to get him down, but Emolicious, just so much damage. Wiki is just putting out the hurt on this Warm team, and that is definitely going to be another quick round there for the cold team. Jaffa took the top CPS there with a good amount of healing, but big damage coming out of Nikwa, and again, with Wiki. Now, when you got these ultimates, energy is the key to changing the flow of the fight to your side, and I don't know, I haven't seen the best of ultimates come out right here from the Warm team yet.
Yeah, Jaffa just doing a great job of landing those spiritual links. That's all you need to do is pump. Just straight up heal and make sure you get those spiritual links, and the damage that your team will do will get you that energy, will get you that meter, so you get that ulti just that quicker, and that's just added pressure on the Warm team. They need to step up right now. A nice max range sleep from Derp, going to give them their opening. Immalicious going one-on-one, but look at this. Karis already forced to rocket jump out. Can Nikwa get the kill right now? Going to go ahead and stealth out, but he's going to come out of that in a second here. They need to capitalize on this. They need to get the kill, and nice, again with the sleep, and beautiful coordination. That's what we're talking about. Warm team doing an excellent job to get that kill, to punish those early mistakes out of Cold Team Gunner, and man, just good job. Ulti coming out from Emo. Not going to do as much damage as he wants it to, but nice whirling blade, and this is going to seal it up. 3v2. Jaffa, guys, I don't see you guys coming back from this situation. Too much real health on the Warm team side, and nice instant injection snipe. Good job, man. That is it. That's what we need to see. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of a turnaround here. 1 round in favor. 1 round, finally, for the Warm team, man. Not getting stomped. That's what we need to see, man. We had Alk not with those sleeps. He landed each sleep perfectly. Those gave them the openings to get that pressure onto the Cold Team Gunner. And man, I'm just happy to see this. This is good stuff.
Yeah, Emolicious, if he can live through that, those first 30 seconds of the match, definitely throwing out some big damage there. Doing a good job right now avoiding that shadow grab from Wiki. Going to jump in there. Emolicious going a full offensive. Has the barrier on, but he's just going to be kind of running around. There we go. A harpoon over to Wiki. It does look like Wiki's going to be a big target right now because he has been the main source of damage from these guys. The Kunju coming out with that shuriken. Jaffa has to use that other side, but right now it does look like the Cold Team very cornered with the pressure coming out from Nikwa and Emolicious. Derp down there has not really been hit, although Wiki is going to be trying to change his attention over there. The ultimate comes out, grabs a double kill, both of on Jaffa and the gunner, and now it's just going to be Wiki off in the corner by himself. 3-on-1. This is definitely turning into a big turnaround. Big momentum coming out here for the Warm team as they're really showing some good executed strats right now, landing some big damage again. Emolicious taking the cake there. Spear slash shurikens, whirlwinds. I'm not too sure he actually missed any of those shurikens that round, and that thing will bounce around and add up over time.
Yeah, man, MVP of that round. That guy was Johnny on the spots with the Kunjus, with the whirling blades, the shurikens. That guy was just everywhere, not letting them put any kind of pressure, You saw some opportunities there for Wiki to get on him, but no, like Emo's like, no, I'm going to land my spear and switch targets, not take any damage out of you, sir. Thank you very much. But nice, look at this, he's doing it again. Nice Kunjo onto that Shadow Bolt, not going to take any of that pressure. Wiki kind of charging it up, and no, cross court to Nikwa. A bit of a lucky shot there. Emo dodging out and letting his teammate take the flak. But Derp may be in a tight spot here. Wiki's on top of him right now, and nice. We have the EX play coming out. He is silenced. Is this going to be it? And yes, Derp drops. Nice coordination out of Wiki. Clutch play from him. Gets that kill, but nice equalizer. But, another shift kill. That is one of the worst ways to die. 8 damage. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do 8 damage to you, and you're not going to do a thing about it. But Nikwa kind of just getting worked over right now, and Rocket's going to come out to seal it up. Man, that was a close last map. That they had a bit of a comeback going there, but Derp just getting a bit too ahead of himself, getting a bit too close to the action there, and Wiki definitely doing a good job of capitalizing on it. But
as a healer, you always have to keep in the forefront of your mind, you're probably going to be the prime target, so you have to work out some good strategies, get some body blocking going, peel, and try to stay alive, because likely you are going to be collapsed upon that, and that's exactly what we saw there with those chain silences and CCs. I mean, they did go down, and that afforded All-Seeing Eye the win. So All-Seeing Eye is going to move on to the next round. We are going to have Angry Birds drop down there to the losers bracket, and I do see a very familiar face here, Mr. 2, Zient, and Blood Champ coming out here in game number 2. So Cass, can you tell us a little bit about this game?
Yes, I can. It is going to be Ooga Booga Booga on the Worm team. As you guys know, they have rivaled SK Gaming in the grand finals for some of these Kill the King tournaments whenever they have joined. And, on the Cold team, we are going to be having cute little girls. So, I mean, they got 2 female portraits, and then the other one just looks like a badass pirate. But apparently they wanted to name their team name Cute Little Girls. But with those, grade 22 Blood Guard maces, I don't think they're cute little girls, and they can be very deceiving. But yeah, so, I mean, that's what's happening with the teams. Guys, I know there's a lot of lag on the stream. Here's an explanation of what happened in case you missed it. XSplit is not letting a lot of people log in. Their servers or something messed up in the US, and like 90% of the people can't even log into XSplit to use the broadcasting software. So they gave me a hotfix, and in this hotfix, it's just not working correctly. Something's wrong with the video codec, so the frames are even worse. This is the best we can do, and I know there are other streams out there that are working fine, but a lot of the people that we know that can stream for this game, I mean, all of their software is down, and the hotfix is doing the same thing for them. So we're just trying to bring you the best that we can, and, just bear with us in this downtime while they try and fix the XSplit servers. So that's the reason why there's so much lag, and this usually does not happen, but we're trying our best, and yep. So I'll let Similar and Forecourt take it back away. Sorry for the public service announcement.
No, man, Cass, thanks for that. It's good to get an explanation out of that. I did get a couple whispers of people, asking about the frame quality. But, these are things that happen, like anything in life, there are, screw-ups. And we do have a bit of a bug with the XSplit service right now, but they're working on it. Everybody's working on it, and we're trying to bring you the best show possible as quickly as possible. So, guys, like Cass said, just bear with us. And I'm sure, by next week, we will have a fix up, and we will be working with, our usual crystal clear stream quality. But, man, Jester, this is going to be pretty intense. I do love watching Mr. 2 and Zant together. Blood Champ, this team, these guys, mad ballers. Mr. 2, man, rocking that NG. I love it, man. NG is so much fun. But to see NG play it at such a high level, so exciting. So exciting seeing this guy go to work.
Yeah, we have seen Mr. 2, Zient, and Blood Champ come around, and I did say last week, Peta and Pandrum from Haim No Idea. Pandrum definitely, number 1 Ranid, and I was really highly contested on that because people are saying Blood Champ should be the number 1 Ranid. So we might see some really awesome Ranid play today coming out of them. Mr. 2 really likes to rock that Engineer, and then Zient typically plays that Healer class, and they're looking really good with those grade 23 Warhammers as they are just doing... Are they just doing the picks and bans, or are we just waiting to go?
Yeah, right now I've got a bit of the picks and bans going on right now, and Mr. 2 going on about how it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. 2. Shout-outs to you, man. Love it.
Bonne fête à toi, Mr. 2. There you go. That's my shout-out for you.
Bon anniversaire. Feliz cumpleaños. What else do I know? I don't know any other languages. I'm stuck at 3.
Yeah, that's the extent of my French. Us, Americans and Canadians.
Americans and Canadians. I know, man. We do have this a bit of a bad rep going on. And to be honest, I have been in the public school systems here in the United States, and man, geez, they really need to do something about it. But we're not going to get into politics. We're not going to get into all this. We're going to talk about some BLC. And this is why we're here. We're going to totally avoid that. If you guys like that sort of thing, be sure to hop onto the stream with Cast and I when we decide to stream our 2s and 3s, because usually it devolves into some form of political debate for some odd reason.
Politics,
but,
religion, life lessons.
Yeah. No holds barred, man. It's just like everything comes out.
Just to interject there, Cast, we did run into these XSplit issues yesterday when I was off doing my own casting. If you spam inputs like your keyboard or your mouse, it'll actually manually update your frame rate. Might get you a few extra frames there, which will probably ease the pain of our viewers. So if you want to try that out, see what the reception's like. Otherwise, don't worry about it because there's nothing else you can do.
Manually put in what?
Manual input. So click that mouse, spam your keyboard.
Imagine you're playing Glutton.
Make the game update. Yeah, imagine you're playing Glutton. Yeah.
Really? That
hold
is
down
the
that
most.
That mouse one like a pro, man. Come on, you can do it. I know you can.
That's the most bizarre thing I have ever heard.
It kind of worked yesterday. We got a few extra frames a second out of it. People were like, "Oh, that's so much better than the 1 FPS slideshow." Your call, man. You're the camera. We're all going to get going here, though. It is going to be Ooga Booga Booga and cute kittens, was it?
Cute little girls.
Cute little girls. Cute little girls. Man, that is a fun way to go. So we do have the grade 23s and the grade 22s. The triple Warhammers going head to head. And likely we're not going to see any kind of big change there with the Warm team. But I'm a little curious as to what the Cold team's going to be running here, Semler.
Yeah, these guys. Already, I like their first choice healer, Alk. Making sure I'm not muted there. Alk coming out, and here we go. This is what I was waiting for, man. Reaper. Oh yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see how this guy does in a tournament setting in top level play, man. This guy, I've been so excited since his release. He's got so many good skills, so much utility. He's got in caps on like 3 of his abilities. He's got his Drunken Haze, which is essentially an Astro Moonburst. I mean, this guy's straight up baller. So, I'm just excited to see how this turns out. Rocking the female skin, too. What is this? Maybe going for a bit of the cleavage action. But, oh my goodness gracious, it looks like I got the black screen again. Oh, Cass, step in, man. Step in, save us.
Cast. You need to unmute your mic, dude.
Oh my god, I need to unmute my mic. I cannot believe I was not commentating to the stream as it looks like. Oh, Reaver is taken out the last second. Mr. 2 gonna unleash the machine gun ultimate. Is he gonna be able to do anything with it? Getting pressured by the Nomad. Here we go. And I apologize for that. I was spam clicking buttons and didn't want it to appear onto the stream. And I was commentating that the whole time, but I didn't want you guys to hear. That would just be overwhelming in terms of trying to get frame rates. But all right, there you go. Now you guys are back into it. Clearly,
yes,
the cute little
awesome.
girls won.
I'm cracking up over here. This is good times.
I mean, I was into it, man. I was ready to go. All right, you guys take it on mute.
Jester, go ahead and take this second round here. Let's get warmed up.
All right, so first round was there for the Cold team. They did take that over Ooga Booga Booga, which is a little surprising because we haven't heard of these guys before. But hey, you know what? This is what all competition is about. Big damage going down right now. Experti going to be taking a lot of harass. So is Redix right now, as it looks like just the health bars are overall going down. We did get a Moonstone there off to Experti, and Bloodchamp going to be jumping away there with that Rana. He's going to be jumping right back in here. The pool goes down, grabs both Mr. 2 and Zeant, and we were able to take down Redix Red X there as he was playing that Reaver. So Reaver is now unbanned. He's in the works, guys, and it looks like he just did not stand up to this team for this second round. Expert, he's going to be taking a lot of damage, a lot of low health pools here on the Worm team, but if you can't focus anyone down, it doesn't really matter. As long as they have one hit point, they can really lay down the hurt, and it does look like the Cold team is going to be falling down here as the Worm team retaliates with a win of their own.
Yeah, definitely good job done by Worm Team there by Ooga Booga Booga. You know, you expect that kind of teamwork out of these guys, and look at this, you know, separated at the end there. You had the Alk in the tunnel there, and Nomad kind of just sitting out there trying to keep Zant and Mr. 2 busy, but that is just not going to work, man. You got 3 still alive Worm Team guys. You cannot be separated from your healer. You guys need to be working together, getting those sleeps off, getting those tornadoes off, and, you know, they paid the price. But nice. We're going to get a bit of an opening here. Nice little bit of chains coming out from the Reaver. And this is the guy I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to. I want to see how he works out. And it looked like he was doing a good job last time. Nice parry. Going to go ahead and get some in caps onto Mr. 2 and Bloodchamp. But he is getting focused quite hard. 50% HP already. And Bloodchamp opting to get onto AF. We're going to see a bit of the Ranid combos coming out, but Red's nice. Gonna get some chains onto Mr. 2. This is a good job. This is what we were talking about. So much control out of this guy. Able to swap all over the place. And here's the ulti, but no! He gets in-capped out of it. Oh, man, too bad. But we do have the goo coming out onto looks like Ranid? No, Zant! Zant dies. And this is now 2v2 with a healer still up for Cold Team, so they are definitely in the advantage right now. They do have a huge one, and they're going to be working on to Bloodchamp. Looks like Bloodchamp kind of overextended here. Frog leap out. Good job. And we're going to have some bit of kiting here. Just caught the edge of that X strike, Mr. 2. And these guys cannot afford to take any kind of damage right now. They need to be trying to get the Bloodline medallions off, trying to play keep away. But Bloodchamp going to opt to Frog leap in there, and X strike is going to do it. Ruin his day. Mr. 2 just kind of chilling out there. Rocket jumps out, but it's not going to be enough. Deadly injection, man. Not going to let you.
It looked like a little bit of miscommunication on who's going to get incapacitated and who's going to be able to take some damage there at the end, because we did get that in-cap there onto Experti, and then we had just had the Venom pool just dropped on top of her head. So, I mean, right now it does look like, you know, big favor there for the Cold team. We did have the dual trade Red X there for Zeant, and yeah, this Reaver, I mean, it looks like he's now released and he's out into the wild. Those chains definitely fun, but the big thing he brings to the table is that cooldown reduction. He gets Moonstone right there, the cooldown locking, not reduction. That's silly. Zeant taking big damage as he's going to have to be forced to back off a little bit here, but no, we do got the Reaver. He really wants to stay on him. He's going to be spacing over. Mr. 2 gets just avoided right there, and Zeant, I mean, he's just going one-on-one against Red X here pretty decently, and now he's going to be forced way off into the corner. Moonstone's onto him, and Bloodchamp's just going to be taking more damage. So this Worm team is just very split up right now. They're not supporting each other. They are very split. The heals are mostly going down onto Zeant. We do got the goo going down onto Bloodchamp and Mr. 2. Big damage coming up. Mr. 2 goes down. Zeant's about to drop as well. This Reaver really just went to town on Zeant, fairly unchecked there, and that's going to be leading to a big drop in this first round up against Ooga Booga Booga, as Bloodchamp finally going to be going down. Zeant spacing in. It's not going to be enough, and that's going to be the Cold team victory, 3-1.
Man, Red Sea. Man, all of that Reaver. So much control. He just manhandled Zant that entire round, you know, and that's not something you hear very often. You don't hear, oh man, Zant, Mr. 2, these guys are just getting controlled, and that is exactly what happened. Red just not letting Zant get his game roll and not letting him heal his team, keeping him off in that little nook in the corner there with the use of his roundhouse, with the use of his chains, and with the use of his space. You know, that is excellent play coming out of Red, and I'm really happy to see it. You know, these guys are definitely showing that they have what it takes to run with the big boys. And frankly, I'm just ecstatic that Reaver is doing such a good job in his first game here, and the first time I've seen him in a tournament play. Guy, you know, definitely proving that this guy has what it takes to step it up and actually, you know, perform. We were kind of skeptical at the start, but this guy, he has so many in-caps, so much control, and straight-up damage that there's no way he could not be viable. What, you know, maybe, you know, avoid using the roundhouse kicks, because those are the only ones, you know, yeah, you do get a 1 second in-cap if you land it on both people, but that's his only, like, weak-ish ability. You know, this guy, he's just got everything. You know, Jester, man, what do you think? I mean, what do you think? Are you a bit excited to see him? Are you as excited to see him as I am? Because, Jesus, man, Reaver, he is so cool.
He definitely did a good amount of damage for that last round, but the first two kind of just seemed a little bit inconsequential. So I guess it's really going to come down to how well your team is going to, merge with him. He is a new hero to the tournament scene, but he has been in that preview phase for the last month or so. And I mean, a lot of people are getting a lot of practice with him. And if we see, some new main Reavers come out, we are going to see more and more of those strategies evolve to kind of defend against it or attack with him. But as you saw right there, he really did kind of have free reign with Xeant, and Xeant forced to really just fend for himself as the other two heroes, Blood Champ and Mr. 2, tried to go to town there on his enemies, but I don't know, it just seemed like they got really separated from their healer, and he did a great job of just keeping him off to the side. Now, what's different between him and just a regular melee DPS kind of hero? And I whiffed this. I said cooldown reduction, but it's that cooldown locking. If you can land the lock onto you, that means you're not going to get those skills, anything on cooldown, if for the next X number of seconds.
1.5 seconds. It increases cooldowns by 1.5.
That could make or break a fight. Like an extra second out of the loop, it could just definitely be devastating. So that's what I really see him bringing to that table. I mean, his ultimate is just kind of just a big AOE, linear kind of cast kind of thing, because he does 4 swings for 20 each.
Yep, that is the case.
So, I mean, if he can't land that, fine, but we didn't really even see him bring out that ultimate because he did get that incapacitate in the second round. So we're going to have to really just keep an eye on him to see how Ooga Booga Booga wants to react to this.
Yeah, it's that, and what I think is one of his most valuable abilities is his Drunken Haze. Like I said, it's very much like an Astro Moonburst. It increases your casting abilities by 30%. So, imagine throwing that onto an Alchemist. Alchemist is going to have one hell of a time trying to get a heal off. So, that's the thing. He was punting out, not Mr. 2, Xant off into the corner, and then he was just chucking Drunken Haze on him. So he'd get him low, he'd chip away, and then throw a debuff on him that would make it take it even longer to heal. So it's just, excellent job out of him for controlling and for knowing how to control an Astro with this new Bloodline. I'm sure that he's been playing him like a madman. But, we've already got this game starting off here. Bit of the zoning, but nice collapse by the Warp Team by Ooga Booga Booga onto Expertise. Expertise in a bit of a tight spot right now. X-Strike comes out. Barrier is going to go onto him, though. Af doing a good job of trying to keep his teammate alive, but Blood Champ, he notices the barrier is down, and he's going to take advantage of it. He gets onto Af, reflects that sleep. Good job, but Boomerang Storm. He's going to come out onto Mr. 2. Mr. 2 sitting pretty low, but no. Oh, man, Nomad goes down in the meantime. Af getting pressured, not able to put the heals out onto him, not able to give him the barrier, and that is going to cost them. Red doing a decent job of just trying to get in there, but I did not notice him as much in that fight. He was not doing as much as he could, perhaps, to be pulling off, to be peeling for his teammates, because Blood Champ looking pretty nice with all that heals and top of the damage, top of the teeps, top of everything. This guy just baller.
Yeah, so, you guys, you do see a little bit of swap up. We do not have that Ranid coming out. It is going to be that Reaver not Reaver. Sorry, the Reaver's the Red X there. But no, it is going to be Blood Champ playing the other new hero there. And, it definitely did some good work there as he did top the meters. So right now, Expertise going to be throwing down that Tornado onto Xeant, and a little bit of control going down on Xeant. You do see Xeant not playing what he was last time. He is going to be that Herald of Insight. Lots of big heals coming down. Blood Champ going to be trying to get out of there. It does look like the Cold Team wants to try to limit the damage coming out, but look at that damage coming down onto Avi. Big punt over there. He's totally separated from his team right now, but Mr. 2 is just flying around there up in the air. Blood Champ is going to go down to the extended pressure. Mr. 2, up in that Tornado, not really able to do anything at all. Really might have cost them that entire fight, as Xeant is now going to be big under pressure. Red X is going to be trying to go onto him, gets feared away. Mr. 2 is up in the air again, and just big collapse damage coming down. We do hear the maniacal laugh, and Mr. 2, I don't know, he kind of got controlled really hard that game. As he was just up in the air a lot. Red X coming out with 177 control, but 163 coming out from Expertise as well. They really had a huge amount of control that game.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. And, what was very nice about it is, Blood Champ, he goes in there, he overextends just slightly, and, we're seeing excellent coordination coming out of Cold Team to take advantage of that, take advantage of these cooldowns used, and just punish. Blood Champ was already at 30% HP, right at the beginning of that match, and this is happening again, already 50%, Spike Shield comes out, that reduces damage taken, but is it going to be enough? Because look at this, Blood just getting rocked by Reds. We're going to have the Chrono come out, so there's not going to be any projectiles on him, but he is deciding to go in there and get offensive again and running away from his healers. Zant can't be happy about that. Mr. 2 in the meantime just getting worked as well. 10% HP on both sides, and this is probably going to be it. Look at this, man. Redsy with the EX roundhouse to the face, and that is going to take out Mr. 2. Bloodchamp again sitting pretty low right now and 1M1 away, and that's going to be it. They do get that kill, and Zant, man, just going to try and heal himself up as Heralds are, known to do, but man, just this guy Red, he's doing an excellent job of just getting the control out there. Look at this, top of the control again, top of the damage, 12.2 teams. This guy, straight up monster status right here. He is just doing an excellent job of controlling the flow of the fight with his Drunken Haze, with his roundhouses, with his chain. And that chain is so clutch for him too. Every time he lands that, he's getting 12 meter, So it just means that he's going to get that much meter that much faster. And if you give him that opening to land it, that is something that you, at all costs, need to avoid. But sorry, my mistake. Go ahead, I'm rambling.
All right, Mr. 2 is going to have to run off there in defense. Zian's going to be following him as well. Bloodchamp trying to do a little bit of body blocking, but no, Redx gets in behind enemy lines, going to be trying to put down the hurt. They are cornered right now. Bloodchamp in the corner with Zian. Mr. 2 up in the air yet again. I don't think we've actually missed a tornado on him yet, but Bloodchamp not looking really good right now. Redx coming in there, going to be putting down the hurt onto Zian. The entire Warm team not looking so good. Mr. 2, where are you shooting that at all? It doesn't matter. He's going to be going down. Bloodchamp is slowly going to be falling here. Big explosions going down. We did have the EX come out there from Xplit. You see that the boomerang tornado, and wow, that is going to be it for this this game right there, as it does look like Cold Team's going to be moving on here in the winner bracket. Cute little girls.
Cute little girls moving on, who'd have thunk it? But man, Red, this, it's really like coming through, like all of my predictions for this guy, what I thought was possible with him, and how excited I was when I first saw him. It's all justified. I mean, this guy just in the right hands, he is just doing massive damage, topping the control, charts. Just he's carrying his weight. He's doing exactly what he needs to ruin the other team's day. And Ooga Booga Booga are going to get knocked down into the losers bracket from these guys. And man, just happy to see these cute little girls move on into the next bracket. I definitely think they deserve it. They did an excellent job against an experienced team. But, looks like we're going to get hopping here into a new game cast. We're waiting on an invite, buddy.
I'm waiting on them to tell me who the next game is. All right, guys. I'm going to just update you on some stuff that's going on. For all of you who are new and joining and still complaining in the chat, okay, XSplit Broadcaster, there's some major bug that happened, and I would approximately say 80 to 90% of the people cannot even log in and use the XSplit Broadcaster. So with that said, we got a hot fix from the developers there, and well, in this new version, something's a little bit amiss with the frame rates. Also, it doesn't update correctly because it's not an official released version yet. So, it tries to think it's not an official version, but it is, and you have to replace some files and stuff. So that's why we're getting a lot of chop with the audio, or not the audio, with the actual video. And the video is sort of messed up because of some codec or the new version. It's not completely done yet, but it was something so that we can actually log in and use the software. With that said, what's actually happening is that on my screen, and what's actually going to be uploaded to the Own TV site for the recording, it actually looks pretty decent. I've been checking in on it. It's it lags a couple times, but it's not as bad as everybody's saying is on the stream. So the recordings will be okay, I believe, because I'm getting around 25 to 30 frames a second, which is normal for my other streams. And, we will get this issue resolved. I mean, it wasn't something that we could do. We've done, I tested it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, playing with Similar and, streaming the in-game tournaments.
Yep.
And, woke up, Friday, just everything was, fine. Saturday morning, wake up, this issue happens, can't do anything about it. It's out of our control, and that's what happens when you use beta software, right? XSplit isn't even released yet. It's still in beta, and it's not like a big company is making money off of this and things like that. So it's sort of like a hobby project, and they are trying to get as much done as possible because, the developers there, they're releasing this for free. And so, we're just using it because it allows us to have all these fancy overlays and things like that to let you guys know what's going on with the game. And also, we're using Own TV because, well, they do give us replays, and, it's a good enough service where we're not spammed with advertisements all the time. And, it's a new gaming platform for streamers. So we're trying to support that as well. So, instead of saying, well, why don't you use another broadcaster? Well, it doesn't have overlays. Why don't you use another streaming service? Well, because, XSplit, if we do use it for another one, it's still going to have the same problems. And B, it's like you're going to be spammed with more advertisements, and, you're not going to be supporting the whole, esport streaming community. So, just pipe down. We know it's an issue, and I know I'm, ranting on about this, but there's nothing we can do, and we're trying our best, all right? So just make sure you tell everybody that, and, similar in forecourt, they're doing their best, and I know you guys are enjoying the radio commentary since the frames are not so good. But, yep, that's just a public service announcement right there, letting you guys know what's up with the stream right now, and that, we're just doing everything in our best. And I stayed up really late last night trying to get the maximum frame rate possible, but, what can I do? All right, there you go. Take it back, guys.
Oh, man, sprinting upstairs. I'm a gamer. I don't do that. Come on now.
What?
I had to run downstairs for a quick sec, so I was sprinting all over the place. Okay, well, yeah, excited, man. Rex, my man, I'm going to be watching this. And, man, it looks like what do we have here? We have SK Gaming going up against 52. These guys both pretty baller, it looks like. Platinum, 1 to 99%. Maybe the game doesn't think that, but I think, we'll definitely see an interesting game coming out of here. All these guys sporting the grades, 21s, 22s, good jobs all around. And, Jester, man, what do you think about this, man? This is going to be pretty intense.
Well, if you gotta go with the hype, then we're looking at pretty much dominance here by SK Gaming. 26 is their grade. They are a transcendent team, and of course, they've been the current kings for 8 weeks. They've cashed out. We're starting all anew. We're probably gonna see their basic lineup: Spearmaster, Inhibitor, and Alchemist. We're gonna have to see what 52 can do about it, because hey, that's the whole spirit of kill the king. But yeah, even the game says 99% to 1%. So if you gotta go with all the hype, gotta say Citadel of Amma probably going to be won here by SK Gaming.
Well, yeah, if you gotta go with the hype and you gotta go with the record, yeah, definitely. SK Gaming, the game thinks it, and frankly, their history speaks for itself. These guys just straight up ballers, nerd ballers. They drink nerd blood for breakfast, and we're definitely going to see how this works out for the Warm team here. They just need to really just be really tight. Good communication, good teamwork needs to come out for them to come out on top in this match. And we'll see if they have the experience needed as a team to step it up. I am liking their comp. Seeker Guardian, we do have wait. Seeker Guardian and Astro. Okay, so what's going to happen here is they are essentially an extremely burst-oriented team. So it's really going to come down to if they can coordinate, if they can communicate, and capitalize on any mistakes that, that SK Gaming can make here. But already we got Toby going to go ahead and decide to space in onto Jax. Looks like he's opting to try and keep that pressure going on him. Deadly Injection did come out nice from Chip. Guys always Johnny on the spot with those. And right now, Platinum just taking way too much damage. This is not good. This is not what needs to be happening here. Sleep gets broken, but that's not an issue because we do have Jack Asm's ult coming out. But no, they're both able to space out of it. Going to be getting out of there pretty clean. And nice little chain heal onto Tiger, trying to get some of this damage off of him. But in the meantime, man, Astra just caught out into that little corridor, spaced to get away from Jack Asm's ult. And Chip and Rex here definitely capitalizing on that mistake. They are not going to let that fly. Tractor Beam coming in from the Rex, and Tractor Beam just straight up balling. Ah, man, sorry. Trying to recover from all that sprinting, man. Jesus, I need to do some more exercise. All
right, you go do some jumping jacks, but we're going to watch Rex as he's not playing his inhibitor. He's going to be playing that engineer instead. Do some work here with Jackasm. So, round number 1 here taken here by SK Gaming, as they were the previous kings. They were in Soviet Russia, big names in this industry. And Chip Cyan, he looked very, very healthy last round. Didn't really take too much pressure, as we did have a lot of damage all at once go down here on the Warm team. Again, it does look like they're going to go very offensive. Tiger Toby going right over there to Chip Cyan, but Jackasm is right there to do some protection. He is not going to be letting go of Platinum Law here. He does get the Moonstone, but just before he can land that finishing hit, but Rex already with a machine gun. Out comes all that damage. Jackasm conjuring in, looking to grab a kill, but I think Chip Cyan grabbed that one right there. Jack trying to do the best he can over to Dijin there, but Rex, I mean, overall, it does not look like any kind of damage was taken here by SK Gaming. The tractor beam coming out to the combo. I believe that was a shuriken, but two kills coming out for Chip Cyan, going very offensive for a healer. 476 damage from Rex, showing us how that engineer should be played.
Yeah, absolutely. You get that machine gun. If you are able to get that machine gun off, look at that, 154 damage done. That means he pretty much landed every single bullet out of that ulti. That is insanity damage. You cannot at all costs let that happen. Once you know that an NG starts getting meter, you need to be saving those interrupts for it, because it's going to be coming out and you just cannot let it go off. And I mean, look at this Tiger, already deciding to space in there, and he's just paying so heavily for it. Jackasm and Rex both going to work on him. Insanity damage coming out right now. Jack gonna fleet foot out of there. He does take a little bit of damage, so this is what needs to be happening here. Platinum, we need to see some control coming from you, man. We need to get some burst going. And look, collapse from the Worm team. Are they gonna be able to get it? But no! Jackasm with the ulti, and Seeker goes down. In the meantime, Rex with this machine gun just gonna tie that in there. But this is over, man. Disperse comes out. Nice Disperse. Gonna get those silences on there. Kind of give the Jin a bit of the breather that he needs, but it's not gonna be enough. We got the Cyclonic Blade coming out. We got ultis flying left and right, but not the coordination that SK Gaming is showing. SK Gaming, they had that Whirling Blade coming out, or Whirlwind coming out, pardon me. And they had Machine Gun, both at the same time, both doing maximum amount of damage. But what we're seeing out of Warren team here is just like an ulti here, an ulti there, and not really gelling together and using their abilities together the way they need to be getting the kill here against this really experienced team.
Well, as you did say, SK Gaming, they've been around a long time. They've been playing this game since beta. I mean, that's why they're called the beta champions. They're contracted. They play with each other daily. And, new teams that get put together just don't have that kind of experience to back them up. So it might be a little bit of miscommunication. Might just simply be, they're so much more experienced in this genre. But something I did notice, Chip Cyan there took 700 damage across 3 rounds. And that was like the lowest by a factor of 400 or 500 damage taken throughout everything. So the Worm team here, not able to really capitalize a lot of pressure onto those healers, which in turn just left him, to drop those artillery heals as often as he wanted. And that's just never a good thing to have. You really want to try to pressure out those healers. I know it's a little hard to get around Jackasm, that master of the spear. He definitely knows what to do and when. He's going to be jumping onto his spear there as we do wait. But I did think we saw a little bit of a swap up. Platinum Law looks like he's going to be going for that
Harbinger, actually.
Yeah, for the Harbinger. It's not Harbinger. Harbinger, quite correct. I could have got stopped saying that. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be trying to swap that up. He's going to go right up against Chip Cyan, but gets slept. Good control coming out of him. Tiger Toby now going to be trying his hand at it. Platinum Law not going to be grabbing that energy room because Jackasm has it. Instead, Dijin down here trying to keep himself and his team alive. But there's the good ultimate there from Jackasm landing. Not exactly a kill, but great damage onto everyone there. Platinum Law going to be using his Nether Shift, and that is going to be a dead Jackasm there in the corner. A little bit too aggressive, a little bit too offensive. Rex here, he has himself full energy. I don't see it. There we go. There's the machine gun coming out of him, but he's going to get chained after that Moonstone, and just not the best kind of damage coming out of him yet. Dijin looking very low. He really wants to go down, but we do got great heals coming out from him, and his teammates are here to try to do some body blocking, keep them all alive, soak up that damage. Chip off in the back, not really complaining, as he's really not getting hurt, but the lighthouse comes out, and that's going to be the first round taken here by 52.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Harb, I'm liking that switch. Wow, my phone. Great timing. Court, go ahead and talk.
Alright, but yeah, Rex bringing out a lot of damage right there. Jackasm did do a good amount of damage. It's that ultimate on 3 enemy heroes. That's going to be adding up really quick, but he did go down in the corner, no help, and was separated from his teammates. And, if we can do a few more of those rounds, we might actually have a fighting chance here for 52. We do know that SK Gaming is not undefeatable, as we did see him, no idea, do a good amount of fighting with them last round. But let's just focus a little bit on here. Platinum Law up in the corner, coming back to his teammates. Going to be missing that shuttle bolt, though, and Jackasm is going to be trying to jump around here. Oh, Rex already with that machine gun is going to get Chains as X instead, but I think he had the entire duration off. That's going to be combo there with the Moonstone. Look at Jackasm with that ultimate. again, though, trying to take out big numbers and take a good bite out of this team. He's going to come over there with the harpoon, grabs the kill there, and now Rex is going to be cleaning up as well. So big difference there from round number 1. Rex going to get off that incapacitate, but we do have the Nether Shift come out. Platinum is not going to be getting out of this one, 3-on-1, and it did look like a fairly convincing win there for SK.
Yeah, they did definitely, capitalize on the fact that Tiger Toby was a bit out of position there. He had used his spaces, he had used his outs, and they just completely got on his face and made him pay for it. And Tiger Toby, this is just something that you need to be aware of as a Guardian. You're going to get capitalized on. You don't have all the mobility in the world. Even if you do get that nice disperse off, that's about it. So already we've got Gold Team, SK Gaming deciding to get in there really fast. And look at this, Jin taking 50% HP damage already. Nice pressure coming out from the Gold Team. And man, they are just capitalizing good. Nether coming out onto Jin, trying to alleviate some of that pressure, get time to heal. But no, Jackass, I'm just going to hunt him down, man. Rex, close to death, but this is not going to be it. I mean, Worm Team just taking too much damage. The Astro just not able to get away from Jackass and Rex's pressure. And, man, that was a pretty quick end of that round there. You see, that's what happens. You get out of position and you get caught. And at this level, you have so little room for error that it's just not going to work out for you. There's no, amazing comebacks or anything like that. These guys are so coordinated. These guys work so well together as a team that they're just going to make you pay the slightest mistake. And this is what we're seeing happening here. Astro just got capitalized on. And that just cost that team that round.
Jackass him again, leading the pack there, even with the control score that time. So big incapacitates coming off with him. Those harpoons, they do make you sit still for a little bit, and with those conjus, combo that with a shuriken, and it just starts bouncing around, bringing big damage. Jackass actually gets grabbed there by Platinum. Get a big barrier come out to him. It looks like he tried to jump onto Dijin, has to space away. Now Rex is going to be taking a shot at him down there, but he is very alone down there, because it looks like his hit points going down so very quickly. Tries to trance, but we already got that ultimate coming up from Rex, so he just makes quick work of Dijin. We see him kind of spamming the keyboard a little bit there. So right now this is going to be a 2 versus 3. The other two teammates were kind of just doesn't seem really doing too much up against here, Jackass and Chip, so they're doing a great job, with that wild goose chase. Platinum Law gets off a heal, but it's not going to be enough. Sorry, the chain heal came out from Tiger. Platinum lands the heal, but it's just not going to be enough. 3-on-2 against the world champions. Jackass with that ultimate going to be taking good amounts of damage against Tiger Toby. A lot of those were back hits, I did notice, because when you run away, you take that extra damage. And SK Gaming, very strong, going to be taking that one.
Can't be running away, man. Excuse me, can't be running away. You give that back, you open up that back to the teams, and they're just going to laugh all day. Just extra damage, 20% extra damage to you, when you're allowing them to hit you in the back hits for the win. But, we did see a bit of a breakdown coming down from a Worm Team. They allowed themselves to get separated. And Rex, NG, you do not want to go 1v1 versus an NG. That is going to ruin your day. You are going to wake up crying the next morning, have nightmares about it, because NGs are just going to raffle stomp you. They have all the tools they need to survive in a 1v1 situation, and they have so much burst. They get in close and start landing those boomsticks, and, Rex, count on him not to miss him. That's 20 damage a pop, 20 damage, 20 damage, 20 damage, and then you've got the machine gun to the face. He waits for you to use your outs, and boom, you get paid. You take 100 damage to the face. And it's like, what do you do against that? You cannot let that happen. Worm Team kind of just had a little bit of a breakdown at the end there. And that's what we're talking about. You get that miscommunication going, you miss up a little bit on the teamwork, and it's just going to end up costing you. Can't get separated, can't get spread out. Have to stay close-knit, like a team should be. Yeah. But wondering, Cass, what are we doing here, buddy?
What are we doing? Okay, yeah. So behind the scenes, we've been working hard. We actually are going to, as Sobi1 has been saying in the live stream at BLG TV, we're going to change people who are streaming. Right now, yes, my stream is lagging. And Falgern over here, we found somebody who can actually stream. We've been doing some testing in the background. We're not abandoning you guys. Don't feel that way. And we're not just, being hopeless. We're scrambling for a new solution. Falgern just joined us on the call. And